Hi everyone. I'm going to be showing you another little different technique in making realistic eyes. I have two other tutorials up. If you haven't noticed them, check them out, and you can see each one that I've done. Okay, the one thing that I want to get cleared up is that I have always mentioned in my tutorials that I use these little brushes, and it was by Tester. Well, when somebody brought it to my attention, in which I really needed to get more of them, I noticed that Tester, it doesn't even exist. But it was under a different packaging, and they are called Microbrush. Yeah, Microbrush. And I got these at Hobby Lobby, and there's actually two different sizes. This one here is more narrow. This one is more of like a ball shape. I went on their website, and I looked it up, and I didn't even know it, but what they do, this is a dental brush, but on their website it showed that they supply some hobby stores. And I found mine Hobby Lobby. I paid $1.99, and you get 10 applicators. I love these. They're great for painting. They're also great for smoothing out your eyes in around the eyes, your ears, or they're great. I use them for everything. Okay, now that I've got that aside, I found something else, and I actually used it in this tutorial. And these are, I was really like these. And it looks like a Q-tip, but the tip, I mean, it is hard as a rock, but it's got a real nice point to it. And that is actually what I dotted the pupil with. I usually use my small ball stylus, but I thought that I would give this a try. Now, I did get these at Hobby Lobby, and I believe I'll show you the label. It looks like it was, yeah, Japan. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, you get 50 of them, and I paid $4.99 for it at Hobby Lobby. So I wanted to share these tools with you, but I wanted to get that cleared up, because I was calling these testers, which they were testers when I did purchase them, but I guess they went under a different name or whatever. I don't know. Okay, now in this tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is you're going to be using embossing ink, and I have this, it's called Vintage Blue embossing powder. And of course, your soft pastel chalks, and I'll be using the blue, and your white. And again, if you really don't know what it is that I'm doing, check out my other video. It will go all into the details. Okay, I think, oh yeah, and then your magic gloss, UV gel, and I believe I've got everything. Okay, so I've gotten that all straightened up, and let's get started with this different technique. Okay, let's get started. My eye has already been prepared, and if you haven't seen my other tutorial, I have one up, and it will show you how I go about getting my eye at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to do the dark blue. Let me get it on my table here. Okay. Dark blue, soft pastel. Okay, I'm going to blow off the loose powder. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush, and I'm going to dab it into the embossing ink. Before I do that, I want to take my large ball stylus. I'm sorry. And I just want to get that powder in the clay. Okay, now I'm going to take my embossing powder, and the one that I'm using is called Vintage Blue. And I'm dabbing it in my embossing powder. And we're just going to put it anywhere in the center. Blow off any loose, and I'm going to go back in there. Let me wipe my brush off just a little bit. And I think I'm going to add some more. I'm going to pull this towards me. It's going to be out of the camera, but I want to see what it's looking like from a different end. Okay. Now I'm going to again blow off any loose. And then I'm going to take my large ball stylus, and I'm just going to just embed it, push it down just a little bit, not much pressure. You don't need much pressure. And then I'm going to take my white, whoops, okay, I had to stop the camera. I dropped my paintbrush. Okay, white chalk pastels, and I'm going to lightly go over it. Blow off any loose powder, and one more time I'm going to take my large ball stylus Okay, now what I do at this point is I'm going to put it in the oven and cook it for about 8 to 10 minutes. When it comes out of the oven and it's cooled, then I put the black pupil on in this procedure. My last procedure was different, but this one you want to wait till it's cooked. And the reason for that is because I want my embossing powder to melt. I don't want to put the black dot on it and then melt it and then it melts into my black paint. So I'm going to be off camera and cooking the eye, and I'll be back and we'll put the UV gel on it and see what it looks like. Okay everyone, it's already been cooked. I went ahead and I dotted the pupil because I have my webcam almost right on top of it, and it was just going to be impossible for me to dot it on the while I'm showing you on camera. So I went ahead and dotted it. Now I'm going to take my UV gel, my large ball stylus, and we're going to dot the center. Okay, now what I was just doing right there was I had just a little bit too much, and if you get too much, just dab your ball in it and pull it straight up, and it'll take a little bit off at a time. And there you have it, you guys. So you can experiment with all different types of embossing powders. The colors are just so unlimited, but I wanted to share with you this one particular eye and this technique. The eyes, I have been doing experiments. It's been 3 years now, and I have a lot of ways that I do it, but I'm sharing with you some of my favorite ones, and this is my third one that I really like also. So I hope that you enjoy it and give it a try. Subscribe to my channel. I will be putting up more videos, and I hope that you enjoy this and can get some beautiful eyes. Thank you, everyone.